Hi guys, I'm Cami and welcome to my YouTube channel. Since this is my first ever video, I figured before we even get into makeup, let's go to the base of it all and talk about skincare. So I'm a very firm believer in if you start with a good base, then you won't have to do so much work when you do your makeup and hair or anything really in life. If you prepare more, you won't have to primp so much. Skincare is extra important to me because unfortunately I struggled a lot with acne. Growing up, I developed blemishes and breakouts when I was going through puberty, like most people out there. So I didn't really think much of it, just used products, tried to get rid of it. But once I started to finish high school and go into college and stop going through puberty when I thought it would clear up and it didn't, kind of started to freak out a little bit. Having this acne that I couldn't get rid of caused me a lot of stress. And then the stress in turn caused more acne. So it kind of felt like I was stuck in this never-ending cycle and there was no way out of it. I tried absolutely everything from Proactive to Murad to honestly any product you can think of. I tried them all. And most of these products say that it's gonna get worse before it gets better. So I stuck to them. I would use them for at least a month, if not more, and my acne would get worse, but then it would never get better. So each product I used made it worse and worse and worse. I actually started developing these cystic pimples, and if you don't know what those are, they're these really, really nasty pimples that don't even have a head, so you can't pop them. And if you've ever had a cystic pimple and tried to pick it, you know that when you do, they get bigger. I eventually decided to give in and realized I was not going to be able to fix the problem alone, or so I thought. So I went to a dermatologist. She sat across the room from me, at least 5 or 6 feet away, didn't even come close to my skin, talked to me for maybe 2 minutes, and then prescribed this incredibly harsh acne product gel that I was supposed to put all over my face and sleep in. All this did was insanely dry my skin out. Like, I would wake up the next day and it looked like I just had a bad burn. My skin was peeling and oh, it was so gross. This was really discouraging. I thought going to a dermatologist was gonna solve all my problems and it only made them worse. I just kind of lost all hope and thought, great, I'm stuck with this awful skin, and now it's dry too. So I don't even know how I had pimples and dry skin. Like, is that even possible? That doesn't make any sense. It's like, I don't know, it's crazy, but it happened. After this long ordeal of trying products out, I found out that I was allergic to chemicals that are commonly in like all acne products. The chemicals I'm allergic to are benzoyl peroxide and salicylic acid or something like that. I don't even know how to say it, but whatever. If I see it, I steer clear from it. So since I have this allergy, it makes my skin kind of freak out. So instead of doing the job of drying out the pimples individually, dries out my whole skin, breaks me out in a rash, and just makes a horrible situation. It turns out this is actually a really common allergy, even though I can't believe I had never heard of it before and nobody talked about it. And a lot of people who suffer from it keep using products like I did and make their skin worse and just have no idea that they're allergic to the chemical. After finding this out, I was kind of happy because I could stop using products that had the chemical in it, but I was also kind of discouraged because now how would I ever get rid of my acne? But luckily, after using any products that had the 2 chemicals in them, my skin did start to kind of clear up. I had acne spots in areas, but it was much, much better than it was. At this point, a lot of the stuff where my cystic pimples were, more on my cheeks and my chin, went away, but I still had a lot of just typical pimples all on my forehead and like on the sides of my nose, and then a lot of blackheads everywhere. I'll insert pictures that I found that kind of show my acne. Honestly, I searched forever through my computer, through old Facebook pictures, and they're hard to find because I was so mortified and upset about it that I never posted pictures where you could really tell about how bad my acne was. You can notice in some of these pictures I like am blurring the tops of them to try to hide how bad my acne was on my forehead. When I would take a selfie, it would be like eyebrows down so you couldn't see the really bad areas. But luckily there's a few candids so you can kind of see what it was looking like. But like I said, I was so mortified by it, there's no way I was letting these pictures get out to the world. After this very long journey with me and my horrible skin, I started doing my own research on products. One day I stumbled across this new technique called the oil cleansing method. Basically, you take oil and you rub it on your dry skin, makeup on and off. Sounds absolutely insane. Like, I read that and laughed. Like, why would I take oil to put on my oily skin? How's that gonna help me at all? But you know what? Kinda got desperate, so I gave it a shot. Again, everything I read said expect it to get worse before it gets better. Nothing new. But honestly, I didn't notice it get that much worse. If worse at all. Maybe if anything, it was like a week or two got a little bit worse. But within a month, I noticed major changes in my skin. I could tell that this method was working. These little changes in my skin gave me like this dash of hope that there was chance for me to have clear skin. So I was just ready to stick to it and see what would happen. As the months went on, my skin improved just immensely. It's kind of insane to think back and think that like I had to be careful of the angle I took a picture in, or spent so much time trying to find a concealer that would cover up all the different types of acne I had. It just saves me so much time and so much stress and really changed my life completely. I do want to note that this is a method. It's not a specific product, so I'm not endorsing any product by any means. You can purchase these oils in any way you'd like, any different brand you'd like. It's just the method that I want to teach you guys. Okay, so now that we've talked about my backstory and how I came to find the oil cleansing method, I'm going to show you how to do the oil cleansing method. Before you get started with actually cleansing your skin, you're going to need to pick the oils that you want to use. Most of the recipes, I guess we'll call them, that you find online have a base of castor oil. So this is the one that I use. It's Home Health. I just bought it from the Vitamin Shop. I believe that they also have an online website. Might be wrong about that, but you can buy it in most wellness stores. You could buy it online. It's a pretty common household item, so just simple castor oil. The castor oil acts as your astringent. It's gonna be what really gets all the dirt out and clears up your skin, but it can also be a little bit drying. So you're gonna need a second oil to kind of balance out the drying effect of the castor oil. There's different second oils recommended depending on what site you look at online. I kind of got lucky, and the first one I tried was a sweet almond oil. This one I got, this one was kind of expensive. I got it from Whole Foods, and I think it was like $15 for this tiny little thing. This thing was like $5, so that was kind of expensive to me. I'll probably stick to buying it from the Vitamin Shop or online next time. The castor oil, however, has lasted me forever. This is only my second bottle, and it's not even halfway down, and I've been doing this method for like a year and a half now. Some other oils you can use are hazelnut, olive oil, avocado oil. There's a bunch of different kinds. You just have to find the one that works best for your skin. I will put links below in the description box that give you articles explain different oils that you can use and the effects that they'll potentially have on your skin, so you're not going into this completely blind with guessing which oil to use. The other thing to take into consideration before starting the process is the ratio of castor oil and your second oil. This ratio is basically based on if you have oily, dry, or combination skin. The drier your skin is, the more secondary oil you're going to need to use because the castor oil is so drying. So it's kind of common sense that if your skin's really dry, you don't want to use too much castor oil, or don't just dry your skin even more. When I first started, I was measuring them out and trying a couple different processes. Now I really just squeeze it into my hand. I think I really use more castor oil, and most websites don't recommend that, but just what I found to work best for me. Your ratios are like figuring out how much creamer you want in your coffee. You just have to test it out and see what one makes your skin feel right. And it's pretty easy to tell what one's leaving your skin too oily or too dry. Okay, so let's get into the actual method finally. What you're gonna need are your 2 oils, a washcloth, and some hot water, and that's it. Start by making sure your hands are washed so you're not rubbing germs into your skin. Then you're gonna take the castor oil and squeeze the desired amount into your hand. Next, you're going to take your secondary oil and squeeze the desired amount of that also into the palm of your hand. Now just blend the 2 oils together using your hand. And I know this sounds really weird because your skin's dry and most people are used to washing their face when it's wet, but you're just going to massage it into the skin, completely dry, makeup on, if you were working out, the sweat, whatever. Just rub it into your skin in circular motions. Try your best to just enjoy this, treat it like a little facial massage because you want to do it for at least 2 minutes. I like to focus on the areas where I have more breakouts or I'm breakout prone. So I will really rub it into my nose, on the sides. I can kind of feel where those blackheads might be. Really want to get in there, maybe focus on that a little bit longer, around my hairline where makeup might build up or sweat. The oil is the best makeup remover I've ever used. So you can use it right on your eyes. It won't hurt your eyes. Try not to get it in there. Be careful, be gentle. You also don't want to be too rough around the skin around your eyes because it's so sensitive there. I put a decent amount of makeup on my eyebrows, so I also like to make sure I rub in there, go both ways. Little bonus, the oils can actually help your hair to grow, so I like to really rub with the direction I'd like my eyebrows to be growing to kind of promote that growth. Typically, I like to do this method before getting in the shower just because taking it off can get a little bit messy. And when I do it before getting in the shower, I'll also bring this oil down my neck to make sure I remove any dirt, germs, oil, etc. that has gotten there. Once you're satisfied with the amount that you've rubbed into your skin, you are going to run hot water. Once your water is hot enough and it's a good temperature, you're gonna soak your washcloth and wring it out so there's no excess water, so it's not dripping. And you're gonna place the washcloth over your skin. I like to start working from up on my forehead and work my way down. Once you hold it over a specific area, you'll notice makeup and grime on it, so you wanna, again, soak it in the hot water, let that all get off the washcloth, wring it out, and then do it again until you've gotten all over your face. I like to hold it a little bit longer on my T-zone to make sure it gets all that dirt and grime out of there. The steam really gets into my pores and opens them up. Once you feel like you've steamed out the whole area of your skin, you're just gonna go over all of it one last time, wiping super gently so you don't irritate your skin, and make sure you just get rid of any excess oil because you don't want any product left on after, or it can cause breakouts. Just make sure you got everything removed, following the hairline, under the jaw, etc. So that's it. You did the whole method. It's super easy. Just blend those together, put it on your skin, remove it. When I started the method, I was doing it roughly every other night until my skin cleared up. Now I think I've cut back. It's like maybe twice a week really, and I just go in there to get like deep cleans every once in a while, which has really worked for me. And then you just want to be sure to put on whatever moisturizer you use after the method. You'd be surprised, even if you have oily skin, a lot of times acne is caused by your skin drying out and then it naturally wanting to produce more oils to make up for that lack of oil from it getting dried out from those harsh chemicals. Even if you're not allergic to benzoyl peroxide or anything, you could be over drying your skin and that's causing acne. So this is a great way to really lock in moisture while cleaning it out and getting rid of those blemishes. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I really hope this method works for some of you. If you try it out or have any more questions, comment below and let me know how it's going or any other tips you might need. Be sure to subscribe for new videos every single Monday. I hope you liked my first video and hopefully there will be many more to come. Love you guys. Thank you. Bye.